All right. Hello, everybody. Guess who's back? At least streaming wise. You can always catch YouTube videos daily. But welcome back to another stream. I am Hype the Commentator. It's been a little bit. It's been since, I want to say, Backlash. Since I've done a stream. Was that the last one? I guess so. Yep. Backlash is the last time I've streamed. It's been a busy month, to say the least. There are a lot of things going on behind the scenes, good, bad, regular. But nonetheless, we're here tonight, live, Twitch. It's NBC's WWE, NBC's main event, Saturday night's main event. So let's do it. Let's go over it. World title match. Logan Paul gets another crack at being at the top of the mountain. It's been a little bit since Logan Paul's been in an actual world title match. The first time Logan Paul was in a world title match was at Crown Jewel 2022, I want to say. It was Crown Jewel 2022, where Logan Paul would challenge Roman Reigns for the undisputed WWE Championship. Unfortunately, would come up short to the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns. But now Logan Paul is going to challenge Roman Reigns' cousin, Jey Uso, for the World Heavyweight Championship. Jey Uso's got a pretty big title defense ahead of himself. Let's see how things play out for Jey. It's a big opportunity for Logan Paul, much the same for main event Jey Uso. And how apropos is it for main event Jey Uso to be defending on Saturday night's main event? Jey Uso is Saturday night's main event. And talk about a heavy hitter, something that has been brewing for quite some time. The never-ending issues between CM Punk and Seth Rollins continue and have only been furthered after what transpired at WrestleMania when Paul Heyman, who was in CM Punk's corner as part of CM Punk's favor that Heyman owed. Heyman didn't like that Punk put him in such a tough position, and therefore not only did he turn on Punk, he turned on Roman and then sided with Seth Rollins in what shocked the world in the main event of night one of WrestleMania 41 in Las Vegas. But you scratch forward, and a very dangerous alliance has been formed. With the brains behind it, you've got two of the biggest brains in the business. Paul Heyman and the man who built the Shield, the man who was the mind behind one of the biggest and most destructive factions in WWE history. The Shield's own Seth Rollins. Rollins who created the Shield. Rollins who destroyed the Shield. Rollins who is a part of the Authority. Rollins knows what it's like to be a part of some of the biggest game-changing factions and knows when it's time to elevate. And Seth Rollins has elevated somebody else with him, that being former Intercontinental Champion Braun Breaker. And CM Punk has found himself an ally in Sami Zayn, who has his own issues with Seth Rollins. After Sami Zayn had reunited with the Bloodline back in November, just in time for War Games, all this played out. Let's see how things play out with CM Punk and Sami Zayn versus Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker. And we have a singles match, although non-title. John Cena and John Cena's child, and a man who sees John Cena as his childhood hero, of course, none other than R-Truth. R-Truth gets a crack at John Cena after all the disrespect. After what we saw, it goes back to Backlash, how this match all starts to come about. Because it all really snowballs from what happens at Backlash. R-Truth helps Cena out at Backlash, defeat Randy Orton, getting in the way of Orton punting Cena's skull. R-Truth goes to congratulate Cena and, at the press conference. John Cena not pleased. John Cena attitude adjustment to R-Truth through the table at the press conference. And it just snowballs from there. And just talk about feeling somebody's heart shatter into a million pieces. The way that John Cena's new reputation, the way his new attitude has just destroyed the heart, destroyed the soul of R-Truth is absolutely devastating for Truth. A man who is absolutely a national treasure to this industry. It's an absolute national treasure. And then the heated feud continues between Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre. It's been so difficult to keep these two contained that these two are headed inside a steel cage after the hellacious Sin City street fight at WrestleMania where Drew McIntyre was victorious. Well, the playing field gets amped up a bit as they will be surrounded by steel. And quite a bit of it. They're going to be locked inside a steel cage. Damian Priest, Drew McIntyre. With Drew McIntyre already having the upper hand on Damian Priest. At least in fair one-on-one competition. What does this match mean for Damian Priest? What does it mean for Drew McIntyre? It really is a must-win for Damian Priest. He can't really afford to lose on two huge events in a row. First, WrestleMania, and he most certainly cannot afford to lose here tonight at Saturday night's main event. And then you have the Women's United States Championship match. It is a rematch. Zelina Vega defending her Women's United States Championship against Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green looking to recapture the Women's United States Championship. She will have her secret Hervis by her side. Zelina Vega, when she won the U.S. title, extremely emotional moment for Vega. And now the question is, will she be able to hold on to the title? She's going to need to hold on tight because Chelsea Green's coming back and she's going to hit hard. What a card we have for you all tonight. It should be one heck of a show. All right, we are just 4 minutes away from Saturday night's main event being headlined by the big World Heavyweight Championship match. Logan Paul, a serious contender, and talk about somebody who's serious and hype. We got somebody up on the house. We got Rocky, winner 99. Rocky is in the house. And we got 4 letters, 1 word, yeet. Rocky in the house. Thank you for joining me, my friend. Let's go. How we doing today, Rocky? Let's get hype. Yeah, 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 yeah. Logan Paul, a truly tremendous athlete. If he wanted to do it full time, he could do it. A tremendous athlete, a great asset to WWE, whether you love him, whether you hate him. He is that guy inside the ring. But the question is tonight his night here in Tampa, Florida? That's the big question. All I know is yeet. Yeet, 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 yeet. Surprised they haven't gotten Jake because the Paul Bros as tag champs. Sign me up. Well, maybe in the future, you just never know. It all depends on Jake. I don't know if that's his thing. He seems more like the boxing type. I just can't. I mean, I could see Jake doing it eventually, but I just don't know when. You know, it just all depends on when Jake is like, maybe I'll start doing it. With the clock ticking to 2 minutes to Saturday night's main event, there will be less chatter with the. Could Sammy turn on Punk? That's a possibility. I could see it happening. You just don't know anymore. I could totally see it being a possibility. Dancing. But we are almost there. It is almost time with Saturday night's main event just about to begin. I want to thank everybody for joining me. Thank you, Rocky, for being here, as always. Heads up, as always. When I'm in the middle. Oh, speaking of that, I need to make sure I have footage deleted so I can have more space. Um. Sorry, give me a second. I'm just trying to make sure I have space on it. Oh, that sucks. All right, I'm just making sure I have some footage for you guys. Making sure I have space for footage for you guys. All right. Chelsea Green looking to take back her Women's United States Championship as she takes on this woman, Selena Vega. It's a big night for both of these women on the big stage. Who's going to do it? And it's time. There he is. Jey Uso himself is here, and he's ready to yeet himself back to retaining to his world championship. A nostalgia night here in Tampa, Florida. All kinds of action coming your way. Titles being defended. What a night. The pyro getting started. And where legacies are defined, where new champions could be born, where history can be made. And what a night it is gonna be. Saturday night's main event. Old school feel with the future of this industry, the future and the present of this industry. All right, I am Sam, aka Hype the Commentator. It's a pleasure to be here for Saturday night's main event on NBC. And what a big night we have ahead of you, ahead for you. It is, it is hot as balls here in Tampa. And speaking of hot, we're about to burn it down with Seth Rollins. And Rollins competing in his first time ever match here at Saturday night's main event. Rollins has never competed at Saturday night's main event. And he's got Braun Breaker and Paul Heyman, one of the greatest minds this industry has ever seen. You have two incredible minds, and then you have an unpredictable badass. And you think about that unpredictability factor of Braun Breaker. Just think about how much more Braun Breaker, like how much more of a human nature, just a freak inside the ring he can be, a freak of human nature, when he has Rollins and Paul Heyman that are controlling him in a sense, that are giving him, you know, a little bit more direction than what he's already had. I think I know who the crowd wants to see. I can hear a thought. And going back to Sami Zayn and Seth Rollins, the two have respect for each other, or at least Rollins saying he had respect for Sami Zayn. These two, their careers go all the way back during their early days when they were both in Ring of Honor. And spending some time together on the independent scene. And now here they are, they stand across from each other in a huge star-packed tag team match. And he's teaming with a man that Rollins hates more than anything. Just the sound of the chants from the WWE Universe is killing the mind of Rollins. Oh my God, the sound of that chant. The roof might as well be nowhere to be found. It is non-existent. CM Punk, very focused. This is Punk's first match since WrestleMania. After Paul Heyman, CM Punk's longtime best friend, turned on him, this is CM Punk's chance at revenge. And not wasting any time, these four men go at it. And Sami Zayn sends Rollins to the outside onto the floor, but now it's Zayn and Punk working on Braun Breaker. Let's not forget, Braun Breaker is the one who ended Sami Zayn's reign as Intercontinental Champion after Sami Zayn defeated, ending the longest reign in WWE history of the Intercontinental Championship, that being Gunther's 666-day historic reign that ended back at WrestleMania 40. Sami Zayn ended that reign, and then it would be ended by Braun Breaker. So there is history there already. Much like Seth Rollins and Sami Zayn. Those two go all the way back, along with CM Punk, back to their early days in pro wrestling on the independents. Oh, look at the athleticism by Braun Breaker, launching himself at Sami Zayn, sending themselves over the announce table. And Saturday night's main event continues. We are back live on NBC, with it being Braun Breaker and Sami Zayn, the two legal men inside the ring. Sami Zayn being attacked by Rollins. Meanwhile, Braun Breaker distracting the official, which allowing Rollins to do so. And Breaker, it's just in his blood. Braun Breaker, the son of WWE Hall of Famer Rick Steiner and the nephew of Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner. And speaking of getting a pump, is Braun Breaker doing some mid-match push-ups. And Rollins and Breaker have the strategy right here. Keep Sami Zayn isolated. Keep him away from Punk. But the one thing that Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins are going to learn is Sami Zayn works well under pressure. And Sami Zayn makes the tag to Punk. And now Punk coming in hot. Punk, who is a 5-time world champion. He's done it all, including now having main evented a WrestleMania. The last thing that was on his bucket list of things to do. Punk can say he's done it all. All kinds of world title matches. Some of the biggest matches in WWE history. A once upon a time historic modern day reign of 434 days as WWE champion. Punk got a 2 count off that code red. Let's get another look at this beautiful code red by Punk. Punk always trying to find some new tricks in the bag. Punk running Bulldog in a clothesline for Breaker. And Punk is just cleaning up house here in Tampa. And Punk heading up to the top, paying homage to the late great Macho Man Randy Savage, who himself has had some incredible moments here on Saturday night's main event. And Punk, you can see, get another look at Punk taking out both Rollins and Breaker. Punk calling his shot, looking to put away Rollins here. Punk had Rollins up, looking for that go to sleep, but Braun Breaker pulling Rollins free. Tried to knock Breaker off the apron, but Breaker jumped down before Punk could nail him. Meanwhile, a pedigree nails CM Punk into the mat. Will it be enough? And Sami saves the day. And Sami Zayn just reassuring and making sure at the ref that was only 2. And it was. And it's Breaker who sends Sami out to the apron. And Sami dumps Breaker to the outside onto the floor. Sami springs up and a moonsault takes out Breaker on the outside on the floor. Look at the beauty. It's Punk and Rollins who are just launching these missile punches at each other. Go big or go home, like lawn darts. These two have been going at it for months now. Punk was looking for that GTS. Rollins with a kick to the midsection. Rollins looking for the stomp. Both men think of the same thing, and both men go down after that double clothesline. A great reset in this match for these two. Now it's about the willpower. Who gets up first? Who hates the other that much more? Because that's what it's fueled on. Between Punk and Rollins, it's just fueled on hatred for the other. Meanwhile, Punk crawling to make it to Sammy. And Rollins makes the tag to Breaker. And Zayn was looking for the Blue Thunder Bomb. Breaker counters. Chop to the chest of Breaker. Zayn looking to go up high. Tornado DDT takes out Breaker. And Sami Zayn is fired up. A big opportunity for Zayn. Meanwhile, it's Rollins. Punk up and over. High cross body takes out Rollins. Sami catches Breaker. And the exploder suplex gets Breaker in the corner. Oh, and this time it's Heyman who catches Sami. Oh, come on. And Paul Heyman perhaps saving this tag team match. Now we'll never know what would have happened. Oh my God. Oh my God. That's Bronson Reed. We haven't seen Bronson Reed in months. Oh my God. An emphatic spear by Braun Breaker gets the win. What a win. 330 pounds just collided like a train at CM Punk through the barricade. What is that all about? What does this mean? Reed and Rollins have a past. Oh, look at this showdown. And Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed square down, square up. Look at this. I think Rollins had it all planned out. Rollins always has a plan B. Talk about a new recruit for this new alliance that has become even more dangerous, more devastating. And Rollins always has a trick up his sleeve, and a brand new wild card has come into play. But here comes Punk going after Heyman. Oh, but a seated senton to the back of Punk by Reed. I don't even know that how Punk was still standing after being just ran through like a train by... Oh, God. And there's somebody who knows about this very well. It's Seth Rollins, who's gotten the worst of this. Tsunami! Absolutely devastating tsunami to CM Punk. The official checking on Punk. And once again, Rollins has Punk's number. Rollins bringing a new factor into this equation. Whatever you want to call it, this has got to be one of the most unstoppable forces we've ever seen. You've got Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, Seth Rollins, and the mind of Paul Heyman. It's time. Will Chelsea Green regain her United States Championship? Welcome in, Barely. Thank you for joining me tonight. And Chelsea Green, who's gone very dull for a little bit. Everything seemed so black and white for Chelsea Green after losing her United States Championship. It really hit her hard. But tonight, Chelsea in good spirits with some blue and gold. A little patriotic tonight to boost her self-esteem as she looks to regain the Women's United States Championship. Meanwhile, this match sponsored by Dude Wipes. And what a big rematch for the Women's U.S. title. And it's coming up next on Saturday night's main event. Let's get another look at this. Sami Zayn going for that haluva kick. Meanwhile, Paul Heyman grabbing the ankle of Sami Zayn, picking that ankle. And here comes Big Bronson Reed. Bam! Just nailing through CM Punk like a Mack truck. And then talk about a missile is Braun Breaker just torpedoing through Sami Zayn with that spear. And then Rollins hugging and embracing the new alliance, the newest member of this dangerous group, this dangerous faction, this dangerous alliance. Hey, Blink on that 33. Welcome on in, Blink. Thanks for joining. As always, appreciate you, my friend. Meanwhile, back in the ring, it's Chelsea Green with her secret Hervis. And here comes Zelina Vega. So this is the third time. Think about this. There have been Saturday night's main events for a very long time. Of course, it returned back in December after over a decade hiatus. But not even. It was over like 16, almost nearly 2 decades. And 3 times has a women's title been defended at Saturday night's main event. That's what it's all about. You see the official holding up that Women's United States Championship, previously held by Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green, the inaugural United States champion. It was won by Zelina Vega back at WrestleMania. But not wasting any time. It was back at the end of April. Chelsea Green, who lived with pride of being United States champion, despite not being from the U.S., Chelsea Green wants nothing more than to be champion once again. But one thing about Zelina Vega, it was a dream for her, something that she never thought was a possibility, and it became reality for her. The thing about this is Zelina Vega has the advantage in this match. With a 4-0 record against Chelsea Green, Chelsea Green doesn't have a victory over Zelina Vega. And that just is not a good sign for Green. Meanwhile, we just saw an attempt, Zelina Vega trying to pay homage to Rey Mysterio, somebody she looks up to, a mentor of hers. And Zelina Vega gets power bombed by Chelsea Green onto the floor. Way to turn things around for the former U.S. champion as Chelsea Green hooks the leg for the cover. Zelina able to get the shoulder up at 2. Let's get another look at that devastating power bomb. Absolutely brutal. And just planting Vega's face into the mat. And Chelsea Green, who is just toying with Zelina Vega. I wouldn't do that so eagerly, especially with somebody who you've never beaten. Just sliding to Zelina Vega and then planting her face first into the mat, and another cover attempt, but to no prevail. Not quite enough to keep down Zelina Vega. And now driving that knee into the back of Vega. Trying to break down Vega piece by piece. Slow down the champion. Cut off her quickness. Keep her grounded. That's a good strategy for Chelsea Green. Because of the smaller stature of Zelina Vega, naturally having that quickness is her best game plan. For Chelsea Green, she likes to take it slow. And right now it's Green who has this chin locked in on Zelina Vega. Meanwhile, it's Vega who fights back. And fighting back, but a big pump kick. Nice pump kick there by Chelsea Green, able to turn things around. Now stomping away on Vega in the corner, looking to wear down the champion. But Vega, who just collapses out of the corner. And Chelsea's Secret Hervis letting her know that, hey, Vega moved a bit. Meanwhile, Vega gets that spinning kick. It's just how quick that Zelina Vega is able to turn things around. And Vega starting to fight back into this one. And a clothesline. And another one. And now this is where Vega starts to pick up momentum. Green tried to pick up the knee. Nice backdrop suplex for Zelina Vega, who kips back up to her feet. In position, gets the knees on Green. And rolls Green back into the center of the ring. Could it be time? And Zelina Vega measures up. Green, who gets out of harm's way. Oh, wow, look at that. Don't see that from Green too often. Chelsea Green looking for Unpretty Her. Zelina Vega instead with a backstabber. And now looking to dial it up this time. Second time the charm. And it, gets caught up. She didn't get all of it, but was it enough? There's Alba Fire with a distraction. The Secret Hervis now getting involved. And Piper Niven pulling Zelina Vega down. This might as well be a handicap match. 3-on-1. Ridiculousness. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, my God. Look at this. Code right off the top. And a win and a retention for Zelina Vega. Oh my God. Zelina Vega retains her championship tonight. First title defense is a successful one. You never want to lose on your first defense. Meanwhile, Chelsea Green was busted open in her nose. And 5-0 against Chelsea Green now is Zelina Vega. Undefeated. Chelsea Green yet to get a victory over the current Women's United States champion, as you see the emotions setting in. And coming up next, it's John Cena and R-Truth going head to head. R-Truth wants to bring back the old John Cena. But is that even possible? All right, everybody. Sorry, I'm kind of ADHD, not really ADHD out. I was getting my stuff posted and our videos titled and everything. Thank you all for joining me here tonight. Whether you are on YouTube, whether you're on Twitch, we got 4 people hanging out over on the Twitch side of things. Thank you guys for the love and support. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me tonight. Barely and Blink, y'all are the real ones. I know I'm not able to stream as much as I used to. I've been a very busy boy this month. There's been a lot going on. A little bit of traveling. Hopefully some good news for you guys in the future. If true, if something comes into fruition what I'm working on, It's big. I mean, like, I would say bigger than TwitchCon. If it's true, it's true. But I won't share anything until I know for sure. Until I'm allowed to say anything, I will not be saying anything. So I'm not going to jinx anything, but let's just say I'm on the up and up and things are looking good. And we are back live Saturday night's main event here in Tampa. One of the greats of all, one of the all-time great managers, Jimmy Hart, the mouth of the South, WWE Hall of Famer, class of 2005. Bushwhacker Luke is here. Jimmy Hart's Nasty Boys once beat. I wish my microphone wasn't in the way so I could do the gimmick. And look at this. El Hijo del Vikingo versus Chad Gable on Saturday, June 7th, 3 p.m. Eastern. This will be on WWE's YouTube channel in English and in Espanol. If you've never seen El Hijo del Vikingo, you're in for a treat. A member of AAA, and now with AAA being acquired by WWE, AAA's own El Hijo del Vikingo is here at WWE's Saturday night's main event. as he watches on. And this is John Cena's last time in Tampa. Well, this retirement tour has gone nowhere near what we all expected. Hmm. And R-Truth looking to bring back Cena to the good Cena that he looks up to, the one that he considers his childhood hero. And that's coming up next on Saturday night's main event. Hey, Kyra with the biddies. 25 biddies. What it do, Cairo? Cairo in the house. Got a nice stack squad here in the house. On the Twitch side of things. Appreciate everybody who's hanging out with me tonight. How's everybody doing tonight? It's been a bit since I've streamed. It's been since Backlash, so it's been a few weeks. Hope everybody is doing well. All right, we're going to take a little bit of a break. 3 massive shows, 1 massive weekend, American Bash, Saturday night's main event, and an all-women's spectacle in Evolution. That'll be taking place from the State Farm Arena in Atlanta, Georgia. Combo tickets on sale Wednesday, pre-sale on Tuesday. And it's Saturday night's main event live on NBC. Presented to you by Dude Wipes. Great night in Tampa. Weather's nice. John Cena, one of the greatest to ever do it, whether you like the fact that he's got this new attitude. Here comes John Cena's biggest fan, Ron Cena himself, R-Truth. Two and one against John Cena as R-Truth. Cena defeating R-Truth back at Capital Punishment in Washington, D.C. back in 2011. That was for the, of course, that was for the WWE Championship. This match, unfortunately for R-Truth, is not for the title. What this is about is returning John Cena back to his old self. But the question is John Cena past redemption at this point? And Cena wasting little time going after R-Truth, pummeling Truth to the ground. This just seems like a disrespect to Cena. That's how you got to think he sees it. R-Truth just wants to bring out the good John Cena. But the real thing is, with anything in life, you can't save a man who doesn't want to be saved. John Cena doesn't want to be saved. And R-Truth is going to continue to try. And you have John Cena and Ron Cena going head to head. What in the world is... Ron Cena lost some earrings and then just dropped them on him. And John Cena, a record-setting 17-time world champion, did it back at WrestleMania, where he would defeat the undisputed champion, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes, the prior champion who had defeated Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns over 1,300 days as champion before being defeated at WrestleMania 40. This new attitude of John Cena is what John Cena felt he needed to get himself to the next level. Anything John Cena had to do to get to from point A to point B to get to where he wanted to be, John Cena was willing to go. Meanwhile, Cena looking for an attitude adjustment. Truth slips free. And how ironic is this? The shoulder tackles made famous by John Cena being used by someone that's someone that is seen as John Cena's biggest fan, R-Truth. R-Truth using his childhood hero's own moves against him and got Cena up looking for the AA. R-Truth got the AA for the win. Oh my God, R-Truth almost beat John Cena. And a near fall by R-Truth. What a turn of events that would have been. And R-Truth now looking for the STF. But Cena's right there to make it to the bottom rope. There's all kinds of chaos going on in this world. In this non-world title match, of course. This is about redemption. R-Truth looking to redeem John Cena. But John Cena is a man who doesn't want to be redeemed. But even if so, is John Cena even redeemable after what he's done? You know, looking to ruin World Wrestling Entertainment and the pro wrestling industry as a whole. John Cena grabbing that title. With the title not on the line, Cena doesn't matter if he uses it. I mean, there would still be champion's advantage anyways if the title was on the line. But nonetheless, this match doesn't matter to Cena. And R-Truth looked at Cena like, really? John Cena stopped for a second. This is interesting. John Cena with a conscience? You never thought Cena would second guess himself. Oh, it was all a ruse so Cena could low blow Truth. And an AA. And John Cena is victorious. It's all about the mind games with John Cena these days. Talk about suckering us in. And now he's having the music cut. He's not done. And now clocking the world title in the skull of Truth. Just absolutely unnecessary. Adding insult to injury is John Cena, who leaves with his championship. Just bouncing that title off the skull of Truth. John Cena saying he's the last real world champion. And John Cena used to be a man of honor, a man who lived by hustle, loyalty, and respect. But those are just words of the past. The John Cena we know now has gone from Make-A-Wish to Break-A-Wish. We're about to get a heater. All right. That cage gets lowered. And this rivalry that has been going on for quite some time finally ends. This match is presented to you by Dude Wipes. Dude Wipes wipe better. It's Priest. It's McIntyre live on NBC next. Look at that. The world champion, Jey Uso. 4 letters, 1 word. And Jey Uso's got a lot on his mind, especially now so more after what John Cena said. Leilani Kai, former women's champion, defeating Wendy Richter, the first ever WrestleMania. Tatanka is here. 18 premium live events, including 3 WrestleManias. Jesse the Body Ventura back competing in Tampa, here in Tampa, back January 4th, 1986. It's time to get set for the steel cage match. Welcome in, Lanisha. Who do I want to win, Jay or Logan? Well, Jay should win, hands down. So there's your answer, how I feel about that. McIntyre, who's 3-0 in steel cage matches, has the advantage against Damian Priest. However, what I will say, they're evenly matched at 2 wins apiece, career records against each other. Hulk Hogan, who was involved in the two prior steel cage matches that have transpired on Saturday night's main event, including Big Boss Man. McIntyre has been waiting to get his hands once again on Damian Priest. This time they're going to be locked in a cage. Damian Priest, I think, needs this one a bit more than Drew McIntyre. This match is presented to you by Dude Wipes. Dude Wipes just clean better. Let's go back to a little over a year ago, WrestleMania 40, where Drew McIntyre defeats Seth Rollins for the world title. You can throw a wrestling match out the window because this is surely a pure cold-blooded fight between two people who just want to rip each other and eat each other alive. Let's not forget that Damian Priest had eliminated Drew McIntyre from the Royal Rumble. Then there was an issue with them at Elimination Chamber. McIntyre won at WrestleMania, and here we are. And after McIntyre nearly getting his teeth knocked through his face, and all rise for Damian Priest. There has been a lot of bad blood tonight here at Saturday night's main event. Nobody has really been waiting for the bell to ring, just barely waiting to get their hands on their opponents. And McIntyre already looking to elevate this thing. Bringing a couple steel chairs into the mix as if the cage wasn't bad enough. Why not? Let's throw some steel chairs into it. And now the cage has been shut. The way to win this match: pin your opponent, escape the cage via climbing or escaping the door. Simple as that. But, I mean, I say it in simple terms. The rules themselves are clear. But to get to that point, to be able to climb the cage to escape or go through the door, you got to really incapacitate your opponent. Meanwhile, speaking of incapacitating your opponent, Damian Priest just nailing McIntyre with that elevated flatliner. But McIntyre right back up to his feet, but still feeling the effects of it. It's not going to be easy for either of these men to keep the other down. After 4 matches against each other, these two know each other quite well. This is the decisive match between these two. Who's going to finally finish this feud off once and for all? Let's go back to WrestleMania. WrestleMania 40, that is. Drew McIntyre defeating Seth Rollins for the world title. McIntyre not being done with his issues with Punk. Couldn't just let it go for one night to celebrate being world champion. Punk took advantage, laid out McIntyre, gave Damian Priest the opportunity to cash in. McIntyre's title reign lasted for 5 minutes. Meanwhile, right now, McIntyre sending Priest into the cage, and McIntyre is taking control. And look at this. It's McIntyre trying to escape the cage. But it's Priest who's about to meet him up there. And clubbing blows. Oh my. No. Look at this. Damian Priest was thinking the razor's edge. But McIntyre had other plans as he drives the back of the head of Priest into the cage. McIntyre off the ropes. But it was Priest. Oh! Look at that. Priest giving McIntyre a taste of his own medicine. And a hot ride going south of heaven. No, McIntyre kicking out at 2. That's Priest's big shot. The south of heaven. That's like hitting a dinger. And the ball and getting out just before hitting home plate. But meanwhile, McIntyre starting to play some defense. Making sure Priest can't climb to get to the other side, to the outside, onto the floor. McIntyre having some stability issues right now. Oh no, McIntyre's got Priest hooked. This could spell disaster for Damian Priest. And the knee to the face of McIntyre and the superplex. It just wasn't enough. It didn't do anything. And McIntyre ready to put away Damian Priest once and for all. And there it is. The Claymore shot. Oh! But Priest kicks out. And Tampa's been on fire. Absolutely electric throughout the night. The timing by the WWE Universe on this 1, 2, 3 count on the 1, 2 wasn't quite 3. Very near fall for McIntyre. Now both of these men have hit each other with their biggest shots, and it hasn't been quite enough. As these two trade blows back and forth. Who's gonna best the other in this situation? And a shot by Damian Priest nails McIntyre. But McIntyre repaying the favor with some shots of his own. And now the heat starts to pick up. The shots are coming in quicker. These two are unloading on each other. And now it's Priest changing the momentum a little bit with that martial arts background with some kicks there. Priest. Boom, and that back elbow splash to McIntyre in the corner. Oh, went for another Claymore. But Priest had it scouted. And a crucifix pin combo. Look at this from McIntyre. South of heaven from McIntyre. And pulling out a move from Priest's playbook. But Priest able to kick out, avoiding embarrassment at almost being defeated by his own finishing move. That's Priest's version of hitting a home run. That's Priest's big shot. That's hitting a game-winning home run in the 9th inning. But McIntyre using it against Priest, and Priest was not willing to take that embarrassment. Priest fighting through it. And McIntyre brought chairs into this match before the match could really start. And now McIntyre going to get some use out of those chairs. He's got one in hand. Oh, smashing it across the spine. You see the other steel chair wedged in between the middle and top turnbuckle, much like WrestleMania. That's how McIntyre defeated Damian Priest. It was that Claymore into that steel chair. Could similar fate hold for Damian Priest? Meanwhile, McIntyre's the one who's standing tall. McIntyre's in control. He's got that devious smirk that turned into a vicious look. And now dragging Priest. This is shades of WrestleMania. McIntyre won at WrestleMania like this. This time, Damian Priest doesn't make the same mistake twice as it gets out of harm's way. And a shot to the midsection of Drew McIntyre with that steel chair. No. The jaw of McIntyre. The throat. And this time, another south of heaven. And McIntyre's been taken out. Damian Priest has some thoughts now. What is he thinking? I'm surprised Damian Priest didn't go for the cover right away. Oh no, what is Priest thinking? Priest doesn't just want to pin McIntyre. He wants to end this man's career. A concerto? No. Well, an old Judgment Day member used to do this all the time. And a concerto. Edge, who invented the concerto years ago, a mentor to Damian Priest. The official wants to open up the cage door. And Damian Priest was going to walk out the cage instead of pinning McIntyre. And he just walks out the door. Oh my God. McIntyre hasn't moved. I mean, you can see he's still breathing. Thank God. Priest is lucky he didn't kill a man here tonight. Otherwise, he'd be leaving in a police car. And you get a look at that replay. Then this was the big turning point to the jaw and the throat. And then the concerto to finish it off. Priest could have killed McIntyre with that. He's lucky he didn't kill a man. Meanwhile, Damian Priest, who walks out on his own willpower and being, gets to watch McIntyre be laid out on a stretcher. An absolutely brutal turn of events for this heated match. This is quite the way to end this rivalry between these two. And McIntyre is being attended to by WWE officials and medical personnel. And, well, Damian Priest did what was necessary. He won by escaping the cage after a concerto. A tough loss for Drew McIntyre, who really wanted to get the upper hand on Damian Priest. But the only thing is, it just wasn't Drew McIntyre's night. Damian Priest wanted it more tonight. Damian Priest felt that he needed it more after losing at the Showcase of Immortals in that Sin City Street fight back at WrestleMania 41 last month. It was just a must win. And Damian Priest did by any means necessary. Surprisingly for McIntyre, he's trying to leave on his own well-being as well. We're moments away from our huge main event for the World Heavyweight Championship. It's main event Jey Uso defending his title against the social media megastar, the Maverick, Logan Paul. All right, that being done, welcome in James over on the YouTube side of things. Thank you for joining me, brother. How you doing today? I appreciate you hanging out. Jay is going to win. If his brother was there, he will super kick Logan Paul. Yeah, we'll see how tonight goes. That'd be interesting. Jay and Jimmy versus the Paul brothers. Just, I don't know why I threw that out there, but just saying. Do I think Jay is going to win? I think so. I don't see why not. I don't see the title change happening right now. I think it's too soon. I think there's a right opponent for it. My guess is Seth Rollins wins. So either Seth Rollins or somebody in his group is going to win that world title. I'm sad because John Cena turned into heel. Turn on Cody Rhodes, my favorite superstar. Yeah, John Cena was always my favorite as a kid. So it was tough to see him turn heel. But you know, everything can change. It's just how the world works. Sometimes you just got to find something different. Do something unexpected. Expect the unexpected. Well, with the main event coming up, just you got to think about this. The last time Logan Paul really challenged for like in a big world title match, from my memory, that's Roman Reigns, if I'm not mistaken. That, of course, was the undisputed WWE Championship back at Crown Jewel 2022. That was in Logan Paul's first year with the company. And not even officially. I don't believe he was officially signed yet, if I'm not mistaken. Logan Paul has grown so much as a superstar. I'm ready for Saturday main event. I'm so ready. I'm going to be so happy. Yeet! Got that. Yeet, 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 yeet. Yeah, 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 yeah. We'll see how the main event goes. You got main event Jey Uso on Saturday night's and the main event on Saturday night's main event. Talk about being a main eventer. Jey Uso has really turned things around. And the legends are out here in Tampa. The U.S. Express. Mike Rotunda, Barry Windham, WWE Hall of Famers. These two who won the first ever match on Saturday night's main event. It's been quite the night from, yes, in Saudi. Wait. Yeah. Well, yeah, of course, Crown Jewel is generally in Saudi. Is it not? Did I see like it's not in Saudi this year? It's like in Perth. We saw the tsunami to Punk after Bronson Reed choosing to side with Seth Rollins. Man, he absolutely obliterated last year. Coming up next, it's our main event. Logan Paul, Jey Uso world title match. It took a lot for Jey Uso to get to this point. Jey Uso, a man who's taken the WWE universe by storm. He's taken the world by storm. A man who had nothing, who had to work his way up, spent a long time spent the majority of his career as a twin. You couldn't tell him apart from his brother Jimmy. And to go on to win the world title back at WrestleMania 41. You know, it's crazy to see how everything can change. And for a social media megastar like Logan Paul to come into this business and shock the WWE Universe in his own way, to show just how incredible he is inside the ring, his athleticism is second to none. And Logan Paul, who wants that world title, he made it crystal clear what he wanted. And Jey Uso, who worked his entire career for this moment, he's not going to let some YouTuber, these are his words in summarizing Logan Paul's words, I'm not just going to let some YouTuber come in and take my title that I spent years working hard for. Jey Uso made his main roster debut on Raw 15 years ago. A decade and a half. Jey Uso, you saw that super kick to Logan Paul on Raw. Can Jey Uso continue to just keep building himself up to the top? And here we go. It's time. You see it on his back. It's main event Jey Uso. In the main event. Why did John Cena turn heel? I miss the old John Cena. He was very nice. He was my childhood. I feel you, man. It happens. "15 years ago, it was Jimmy and Jay who debuted alongside Tamina in WWE. And now, 15 years later, Jey Uso is on his second title defense as world champion. And with the whole city around him, 35 days since Jey Uso has won the world title. Absolutely insanity. It's already been over a month since Jey Uso's won the world title. We got a Yeet Fest in Tampa. That was awesome. That kid is going to remember that one forever. He's freaking out. And this match is going to happen when we come back to you. What a night it's been. I want to thank everybody for joining me tonight here on Saturday night's main event. Live on YouTube, where you guys are killing it. Live on Twitch, you guys are killing it. Y'all been sticking with me. I hate to say this, Logan Paul is not going to get the world championship. I don't think so either. I don't think tonight is his night. I don't think now is the right time. I think there's a time and place for everything. I think it will happen, just not tonight. Just gotta wait and see what happens. All I know is anything can happen. All right. It's main event time, everybody. Saturday night's main event on NBC. Presented to you by Dude Wipes. Dude Wipes, just clean better. Logan Paul, a former United States champion. Logan Paul made his debut back at WrestleMania 38 in Dallas. And Logan Paul has had some pretty impressive moments here in the WWE. Has had some incredible matches. Official Rob Zapata. We just saw him hold up that World Heavyweight Championship. The bell rings. This match is officially underway. This is Jey Uso's second world title defense. Jey Uso, a former two-time Intercontinental Champion, a multi-time tag team champion. He and his brother Jimmy hold the record for the longest reign as the tag team champions. Brother Jimmy. The Usos, one of the greatest tag teams to ever step foot inside the squared circle. But when Jey had the opportunity to do it out and go out on his own, Jey took that opportunity. Roman Reigns needed a right-hand man when he became the head of the table, the tribal chief. And Jey stepped up to the plate. Jey was that guy. And when it was all said and done, Jey took the opportunity. Meanwhile, Logan Paul taking the opportunity off that nice blockbuster, taking out main event Jey Uso. A nice clean blockbuster there. Jey Uso wisely rolling to the outside onto the floor. Gonna buy himself some time. Hop and over. Hop-de-doo. As Logan Paul with a high cross body takes out main event Jey Uso. This world title match continues. It's the main event of Saturday night's main event, with main event Jey Uso defending his World Heavyweight Championship against Logan Paul. Jey Uso, who's got Logan Paul right where he wants him. Pulling a playbook out of his father's playbook. And Jey with the cover, but not quite enough to keep Logan Paul down for the 3. It was close, but not quite. And Jey Uso looking to head up high. Perhaps looking for that patented Uso splash that has won Jey numerous tag titles, numerous couple intercontinental titles. And Logan Paul arguing with the official. Meanwhile, Rob Zapata, as professional as they get when it comes to referees. Logan Paul, who lifts Jey Uso up on his shoulders, pretty much deadlifting Jey. Talk about the power of Paul. A rolling senton by Logan Paul and a springboard moonsault, but gets caught as Jey got the knees up right into the midsection. And Jey Uso creating some much needed space to regain some energy. Meanwhile, that'll make the breathing harder for Logan Paul. Pop up, Samoan drop. And to retain, but not quite. That pop-up powerbomb, or that pop-up Samoan drop, we've seen that be used by many of the bloodline, including the late great Samoan bulldozer, Umaga. We see it be used by the Usos as well. Jey Uso. Jey Uso sends Paul to the outside onto the floor. Jey Uso playing it risky. And I was going to say, Jey Uso was going from safe to risk. Jey has always been about taking risks. You don't elevate yourself by playing it safe. Buckshot. He was looking for that lariat, but a super kick. And Logan Paul kicks out at 2. Not quite enough. He thought he had it. Let's get another look at that. Beautiful attempt. It was a nice attempt by Paul. But Jey Uso, that veteran, the experience by Jey Uso outweighs the talent of the Maverick Logan Paul. And Jey Uso measuring up, looking for, I've seen that. Jey was looking for that spear. Logan Paul just sent Jey into that exposed turnbuckle. One lucky punch. And that's it. We got a new world champion. Oh, but Jey stays alive. Logan Paul, the look of disbelief. Logan Paul thought he had it won. Look at that one lucky punch. Catches square on the jaw of Jey. And Logan Paul wondering what's it going to take. And Jey with a super kick to Logan. And a splash. And a splash. And the cover. What is this? John Cena attacking Jey. What is this all about? John Cena looking to ruin wrestling. He did say it, so. John Cena saying he will retire with the title and make sure he leaves the world title with a YouTuber. Oh! Oh my God! And here comes the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. He's back, and he's got some business to take care of with Cena. The American Nightmare. Crossroads. Logan Paul as those brass knucks. And a spear by Jay. An old tag team partner of Jay comes to the rescue. Those two former tag team champions, Uso Splash. And Jey Uso retains after the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes comes to the aid of his friend. And Logan Paul's efforts were not quite enough. John Cena thought he had a plan to give the title. Wow. What a turn of events. All right, everybody. What a night. Thank you, everybody who's hung out with me throughout this. How we feeling, guys? How we feeling after that show? James, how you feeling? James over on the YouTube side of things, how you feeling, buddy? Lanisha, I hope I got that name right. How you feeling? YouTube and Twitch land, how we feeling after tonight? What are you guys thinking? What's the scoop? What are we feeling? How we feeling, guys? Okay, let's review it first of all. I'll just review it for you. Let's do a little review. All right, let's go from the top. We started out with the tag team match. CM Punk and Sami Zayn versus Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker. It ended with a shock as a man who put Rollins out of action for 6 weeks after multiple tsunamis and blood coming out of the mouth after potential internal bleeding. Braun Breaker, now Braun, Big Bronson Reed siding with Seth Rollins. Oh shoot, James feeling great. The homie's eating McDonald's. Let's go. That's a big W in the chat for James. Rollins, Breaker had a trick up their sleeve. They pull out the victory over CM Punk and Sami Zayn, but it's far from over. We turn our attention to the Women's United States Championship match. Zelina Vega versus Chelsea Green. A slip up on a 619 attempt, but was recovered, and then a super duper avalanche code red by Zelina Vega to retain her women's U.S. title. Zelina Vega is now 5-0 against Chelsea Green. Green has not been able to get a victory over Zelina Vega. And then we go to John Cena and R-Truth, a non-title match. R-Truth was trying to restore the good. He was trying very Star Wars-esque. Bring John Cena back to the light. Have John Cena leave the dark side. but there was just nothing worth being saved at this point. Cena couldn't be saved, and Cena played it cheap with a low blow for the and an AA for the victory. Cena's retirement tour continues, but we'll talk about his second appearance in just a moment. Then we get to the steel cage match between Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre. And what a way to end this feud in a hellacious battle between these two that ended with Damian Priest pulling a playbook out of his mentor's playbook, talking about Edge after that concerto to Drew McIntyre, leaving Drew McIntyre being sent out on nearly on a stretcher. McIntyre refusing that attention, and he refused to walk out. He refused and wanted to walk out on his own 2 feet. And what we just saw moments ago, main event, Jey Uso defending the world title against Logan Paul. It seemed that John Cena in the end was going to help Logan Paul win the title and ruin wrestling, at what he described, saying, I'm going to be the last real world champion. And well, all you're going to be left with is a YouTuber for a world champion. Those were John Cena's words to Jey Uso earlier tonight. Well, the former undisputed WWE champion, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, made his return to go after John Cena, helping Jey Uso retain. And come Money in the Bank, Jey Uso, Cody Rhodes, former tag team champions. The only other person that Jey Uso's won a tag team title with is Cody Rhodes. And now Jey Uso, Cody Rhodes teaming up. They take on Logan Paul and John Cena. You've got a social media megastar and a Hollywood mind and ego inflated 17-time WWE champion in John Cena. That's coming your way at Money in the Bank. What a great night it was. John Cena is not going to ruin because Randy Orton is going to hit an RKO. We'll see what happens. Let's see what the future holds. I just want to thank everybody for hanging out with me tonight. It's been a busy time. Thank you all. We got 2 new subscribers. Thank you all for the love. James, you're the GOAT. Thank you for hanging out with me. Appreciate you, Lanisha. Barely. Blink with a 33 months resub as always. You're the real one. Always, you've been with me for a very long time. Like I said, it's been longer than 33 months. But you've been there the whole time I've been doing this thing. Pretty much the whole time I've been doing this commentary thing. Cairo, the OG, an OG with the 25 biddies. Had some other people kind of stray in here. I'm going to see how many people we can get for this raid. I haven't raided in oh man. I'm not going to do a raid. Anyways, thank you guys for all the love and support. I'll see you guys soon. Daily videos. Don't miss them. I post every single day. I'm trying to hit 500 daily videos for you guys, and we're almost there. We're just 30. I'll tell you guys in a second, actually. Give me 1 second. We're 37 videos away from 500 daily YouTube videos. We gonna make the dream happen. So there's all kinds of content over on the YouTube channel. There's all kinds of commentary, old live streams, All of it. There's all kinds of content for you guys to enjoy. When I'm not live, there's all of it. Old live streams. There's YouTube shorts. There's Instagram reels. There's TikToks. All of it's still out there. You've got a bunch of premium live events on here. You've got some real, if you really want to check out some good stuff, go check out WrestleMania 40 commentary. That was legit. Cody Rhodes winning the world title. Go check some of the old stuff out. All the good stuff is there for you guys to enjoy. Backlash in Lyon. It's all there. Got last year's SummerSlam, Bash in Berlin. You got this year's WrestleMania. There's just, you got Bad Blood, Crown Jewel, Survivor Series, the return of Saturday Night's Main Event. Anyways, there's all kinds of content to enjoy. Thank you guys for all the love and support. I will see you all in the next one.